Tool number 3 is balanced thinking. How to recognize the negative thoughts that make you feel bad and replace them with balanced, helpful ones. Here's Ruth with a situation you might remember.
Well, the typical one is if you're going down the street and you see someone on the other side, if you wave to them and you haven't got depression, the chances are if they don't wave back, you'll not worry too much. You'll sort of think, well, they might have been busy, or they might have not been thinking, or you might even say, well, maybe they didn't want to wave to me, but you could cope with that. You wouldn't worry about it. Whereas if you're depressed, you would immediately assume that that person didn't like you anymore.
That's unhelpful thinking, and we do it when we're ill or feeling low. We're self-critical. We see the world through dark tinted glasses. We look on the black side of everything. We're pessimistic, expecting things to go wrong or not to improve. We expect the very worst to happen. We expect a catastrophe. We imagine that other people don't like us or are blaming us for everything. We often also blame ourselves for everything. And we use extreme statements like, "It always happens to me," or "I must do that."
I used to constantly be saying to myself, I should or shouldn't do this, I must or mustn't do that, I'm stupid, I'm a failure, you know, one mistake, I'm useless, I'm hopeless.
Now, these thought patterns are very common, and they wouldn't matter so much if only they didn't have such a bad effect on how we feel and what we do. Thinking this way alters our mood, making us feel more upset, ashamed, guilty or depressed, and it also changes our behaviour. We stop or reduce our activities to avoid the things that make us feel anxious. So how do we deal with unhelpful thinking and replace it with balanced thinking? Well, first, we have to know we're doing it. So step 1 in this tool is to notice our extreme and unhelpful thinking, to catch yourself thinking unhelpfully, if you like. Watch out for times when you suddenly feel worse, sadder, or more anxious, upset, ashamed, guilty, or angry. Look out for physical symptoms like tension, rapid breathing or heartbeat, palpitations, shakiness, or feeling hot or cold. Ask yourself, what went through my mind just then? Any thoughts or mental pictures? Once you've caught an unhelpful thought, here's what you do to deal with it. First of all, recognize it for what it is. Say to yourself, oh, that's just one of those unhelpful thoughts. And if it helps, speak to the thought and tell it that it's been rumbled. You've found it out and you're not about to play its silly game. Second step, let the thought just be. Don't challenge it or argue with it. Don't think about it endlessly. Just let it be and step away from it, moving your mind onto more helpful things like recent achievements or the task in hand. Third, because unhelpful thoughts try to alter what you do, make an active choice not to let this happen and keep on doing what you were planning to do anyway. Here are 3 do's and 3 don'ts to help you deal with unhelpful thoughts. You'll also find them on a little pocket checklist in the DVD pack, so you might want to get it out now. Do. Keep doing what you were planning to do. Do. Face your fears and act against thoughts that tell you to be scared or that things will go wrong. And do experiment. If a thought tells you not to do something, do it. If a worrying thought tells you that you won't enjoy going to that wedding or party, try going and see whether you actually do enjoy it. Now for the don'ts. Don't let the thoughts push you into not doing things. Don't live your life based on fear. Don't block how you feel with alcohol or by constantly seeking reassurance.
So it's taken a while, but I use it, I think I use it automatically now. I catch myself when I'm having the negative thoughts.